Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Newly, which came out of my brain. And six of my friends are brave enough to play in because we all be cray cray up in this bizatch. I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachus. Very happy to see you. Very nice to see you back. NYC Zombie, thank you for the resub. 6 months in a row. Awesome. Great. Well, Amber, who plays Ozo, and Sarah, who plays Andra, are unavailable this evening. Amber will hopefully show up maybe after the break, but, we'll see how that goes. Sorry. I've traveled this week for work. I'm in a hotel room, so I'm not sure where I'm supposed to look anymore for when I talk to people. So I apologize for that. It's all wacky here. All right. Well, that all being said, before we go into intros, let's go ahead and roll up our. Oh, that's weird and interesting. Let's go ahead and roll a D30, I think. There's 30 days in September. Is that correct?
14.
14.
I don't think there are 14 days in September.
All right. Well,
there are definitely 14 days.
Everyone, please go around, introduce yourself, your character, and answer the question. When is the last time your character took like a relaxation vacation? When did they last chill out? And maybe where did they go? And we're going to start at the top of the rungs today, and that is with Matt. So swallow that chunk of chow. And...
Sorry, this is Matt, chowing on some chunk here, playing Corvus, the Changeling Phantom Rogue. TBH, the last time Corvus probably had any real downtime would have probably been on the ship to Cliffside. I don't know if he's ever given himself a vacation.
All right.
Yeah, probably not.
Fair enough.
If he comes out of this alive, maybe he'll take one.
Wow. Oh, wow. Weird. This chat feed is all messed up. Cool. Next up, we've got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Lunine, the Hexblood Fey Knight. And vacation. I guess this is close to one. You're asking the wrong person. I would have to take a vacation to know a vacation.
Fair enough.
Every Tuesday at 7.
Great. Next up, we got Mike.
Hey, I am Mike. I play Renata Soul Angel. And vacation, I feel like I need to be working a job first to have a vacation. And I don't work. I write music. But since I love what I do, it's not really a work for me. It's not a job. So I don't do vacations.
Legit. Fair enough. Very cool. And then we've got Jeff.
Hello, I am Jeff. I play Selenar, a elf druid. And before this adventure we're all on, he spent most of his time at home either studying or working at his father's business that he didn't like. So this adventure is a vacation. The whole thing. It's an escape from a life he didn't want to be in. So that's it.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, wonderful. And my name is Jared. I am your humble dungeon master here. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6-player characters. And who's got time for a vacation? But in real life, you should take a vacation. You deserve it. Yeah, great. Love it. All right. Well, all that being said, let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, in a flashback to the morning, Corvus and Lunine had a tense moment at breakfast, where Corvus called out Lunine for his decision some days ago, which landed both him and Ozo in prison, and the others on the run and wanted for various crimes. Lunine seemed unbothered and just said it was a chance he needed to take, and Corvus called him selfish and reminded him that whatever he was back home, he was nothing here on Nuuli. Flashing back to the present, in the quest to save Renata, the Dead Ringers infiltrated the home of the Drake Hunters, attempting to confuse them with a Corvus who was disguised as a false Renata. Ultimately, it did work. And so the Drake Hunters went after Corvus, which allowed the others to break in via the back door and engage in combat with Quick to Ire, a towering, muscle-bound feline. Ultimately, Ozo fell to the gnome Hade's short sword, and Lunine fell to the axe of Quick to Ire himself. Selenar managed to find the room where Renata was actually being held, and only to have the noise gain some attention from below, and the feline wizard Rhymes in the Dark ran up the stairs, knocked them both unconscious in a blast of freezing cold. Only Andra and Corvus remained standing. Andra just getting up from a hard bargain she made, and Corvus charmed by the woman before him. So we are going to pick up where we left off here. Sorry, I'm not in my usual setup, so all my things are a little different. Bam. Here's where we left off with our friends. I believe everybody is looking. So let's put Selenar and Renata on the correct page. And let's put Lunine and Corvus on the other correct page. Hold on.
Technical difficulty.
Yes, very much so. Okay. I think everybody's on the right page now. Everything's different on a different screen. Where we left off, at kind of the climax of this battle, Andra is unconscious, or is the only one who is not unconscious, other than Corvus, who is currently charmed by Renata, the Soul Angel.
So, definitely still is charmed.
You are still charmed, yes, until the top of her turn. And the first thing that happens at the start of this initiative here is Hade seems to do some administering the gnome woman over Ozo, does something to their body, and then stands up and looks over towards and moves quickly over to Lunine's fallen form. Corvus, you are charmed by this woman and her beautiful singing. She has asked you, why don't you tell me who you really are? And she's a trusted friend, she's a confidant, there's nothing to dissuade you from being honest with her. She's one of your oldest and dearest friends as far as you are concerned in this moment.
Corvus replies, I'm the dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. Sorry, a little Tropic Thunder humor. They are my
Really
trusted
appreciated.
friend, huh? Well, then
Yeah.
Corvus might respond, "You know who I am.
She asks,
You've known me forever."
sorry, your memory hasn't changed. You know this is the first time you met her.
Oh, but you said they were my trusted friend. Sorry, I thought that perhaps the charm had
No, the charm
caused them to appear as
the
someone.
charm doesn't alter your memory. It just puts them into the category in your mind of trusted friend.
Oh, it's
Yeah, your memory has not been rewiped, and you know that they know you're not really Renata Soul Angel. So they asked who you really are.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about this with you actually previously because I'm not trying to like game the system, but I do wonder if Corvus would have had some kind of. I don't know if you can even prepare for charm, but I'm sure. I guess he knows it's possible to happen. Well, we'll try this. So I'll say, well, I've gone by a few different names over the years. Renata, Justin, Corvus. That's the most recent ones I can think of.
Okay. All right. Otherwise, you do have action, movement.
And listen, I am a friend that is tired of seeing this violence and bloodshed over what I hope amounts to a misunderstanding. Do we really have to continue this way? Have I noticed any of the other people are knocked out yet?
Oh yeah, you saw Ozo and Lunine both fall unconscious.
This is getting out of hand. There's no reason we have to keep fighting like this.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
It's the only thing I can do right now.
Cool. Yeah, so you take the influence action and make a persuasion check. Very good roll. And you see her like considering what's going on around her. Lunine, what moment of your life flashes before your eyes as you roll me a private d20 as you are unconscious?
Was it /G roll?
/GR, yeah.
Oh, GR. Probably all the other points where Lunine's just been like training and brought low by people much bigger than him and like having a harder time getting up.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, so you flash back to your training, and you see, and you remember one of the times when you were just utterly bashed to the ground by Stillwish, who is so much bigger and broader than Lunine is. All in the name of training you how to survive your station. Excellent. Next up, the woman Renata looks at Corvus, and Corvus, it is at this moment that the charm effect on you fades, I believe.
Aha!
Let me just double check this.
Everything I said was a lie. I'm just kidding. That's impossible.
Oh no, actually no, it fades at the end of her turn.
Oh, okay. I guess unless she chooses to drop it, I suppose.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, she looks at you. She's like, I think I actually agree with you. And she turns and she looks and says, Jamal, watch him. And looks to the others. Subdue them, don't kill them. And with that, that's what she's going to do. And she's not going to attempt to re-charm you, so the charm effect fades at the end of her turn. something goes on with Ozo. Selenar, you are unconscious and in amongst a field of ice.
True.
Go ahead. Roll me a private d20 and tell me what moment from your life flashes before your eyes.
A sunrise across the Divide River. Sitting on the dock, hearing the ocean/river lap at his feet.
Very nice.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Okay. Rhymes in the dark looks down and kind of rolls his eyes. And you don't really know what he does. But he does do something. Great. So he does something. Right. There we go. Okay. Wow. Holy crap bunnies. Rhymes in the dark leans down. Selenar and Renata, neither of you will have to make death saves at this moment.
Because you're dead.
Quick to ire looks around, looks to Renata and looks angry at her, but he does not swing his axe down at the prone form of Lunine. However, he does nothing to assist Lunine either. He instead turns his gaze back towards Andra, who is prone on the ground. Speaking of which, is someone running Andra this evening?
Who ran under last time? I don't remember. I could do it. I don't know if I have access.
Nobody has to. It's just
I mean, we can't really do anything but combat anyway, and
Who runs
hopefully-
Selenar when I'm not here?
Andra, Sarah.
Yeah, so fair trade.
Likewise, I could do Ozo.
great.
Also fair trade.
Right?
I don't know how to access other character sheets, but
I just gave you control of her. I'm not sure how it will do, being that you're on a different screen, so you may not be able to see her.
you gave me. I have control. I see Ozo, Lunine, and Corvus, and
Great. So she's prone on the ground. She didn't lose any health, but she does stand up
no, I haven't.
and see that her friends are unconscious on the ground immediately around her.
Is there any way for find out if this is activating a turn? I don't know if Corvus can be like, wait.
So it's Andra's turn right now.
Yeah.
So let me look at the map here.
So she can stand up from prone for half her movement.
How close is she to Ozo? I cannot see from her perspective in the map.
Yeah. She's 35 feet away from Ozo.
she sneaks towards Ozo. So, like, cautiously moving in Ozo's direction.
Okay, so she can move 15 feet, which gets her right next to the big, tall tabaxi, unless she wants to use her action to dash.
No, she pulls out her. So as she's moving towards Ozo and seeing this, she pulls out her healing potion. So moving across the room with healing potion in hand, but not aggressive in any way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big feline is watching her very closely. Jamal kind of holds his attack, but is kind of next to Corvus threateningly. Which will bring us back to the top of the round, at which point we can, unless anybody wants to stay in initiative order, we can drop combat.
I'm happy to drop combat.
You can't really do anything.
I mean, Selenar is unconscious, so...
Great. Combat is dropped.
My only
Yep, go.
Sorry, my only question I tried to run back and ask. My only question before we drop combat, if this affects taking an action. Corvus heard that they want to try to restrain us. I think he would like to attempt like a sleight of hand to see if he can like hide one of his daggers, or maybe he keeps one hidden, perhaps in his.
You can attempt that out of combat. You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll drop the combat then. Great. So we drop combat. Andra's wrist is... Andra does have a massive hand put down on her, as quick to ire like prevents her from moving forward, even though with the healing potion she's got out. Corvus can make a perception check.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You see Ozo breathing easily on the ground. It seems that what Hade was doing was making sure that they did not die.
That's nice of them.
Hade, even though she dropped Ozo in combat, has stabilized them. And you see what she's doing is the same thing to Lunin. So both of those people are stabilized for the moment.
It's okay, Andra. They're not going to die. You can probably... Can we administer the healing potion at least? I say to big guy or whoever's in front of me.
So the blue-skinned sort of...
Oh, is it still Renata? I thought they walked away. I'm sorry.
No, well, so Jamal, who's the blue-skinned guy, is...
Oh, Jamal.
Is next to you, and it's like watching you under orders from Renata. He's got his 2 batons out that are... he's very handy with those. Renata is currently... you say that, and she looks over and she says, I think not. I think it's fine for your friends to take a little nap for a while.
Very well.
It'll allow us to get better acquainted. Renata, a.k.a. Corvus, a.k.a. Justin. We're going to have to sort this out. And it is...
I think that's a good idea.
And shortly afterwards, Rhymes in the Dark comes down the stairs with a glowing purple disc behind him, and 2 forms kind of stacked on top of it. One is Selenar and one is your Renata, who is currently already bound and gagged. Both of them are unconscious but appear to be stable. Everyone who is unconscious is put into the middle of this piazza, this plaza that they have in their house, this little courtyard thing. And then everybody is who is not unconscious is also bound and tied, except for Corvus. So really, Andre gets tied up. As the group kind of makes sure that like Ozo gets tied up, that Lunine gets tied up. They don't seem to be hurting them, Corvus. They just are taking precautions. The woman invites you to follow her towards the kitchen as Jamal, stays on guard of you. If you want to do a sleight of hand check to hide your dagger, you can.
Yeah, if it's like while I'm following, or if I think that somebody's attention has dropped, I'll go for it.
Yeah, go for it. You have your dagger is hidden. No one will find it on your person.
Not where I hide it.
Mm-hmm.
That good old prison pocket.
I've been here before, boys.
That accuracy.
Oof. All right.
What would Justin do? That's what I thought.
Oh my goodness.
In character.
Wonderful. So you are brought over to the kitchen area and sat down. It seems like Rhymes in the Dark, Hade, and Quick to Ire are finishing up tying the others, as you, Jamal, and Renata, and a little cat follows as well, and is kind of just watching you from a countertop. All right, whoever you are. I don't know who's who yet, because that is the Justin I know. But you look exactly like him, except you're wearing weird clothes. I've never seen Justin wear anything like you're wearing. But that guy's dressed as Justin would dress.
Corvus just nods his head as he looks. That does look like something Justin would wear, yeah.
So, you're either an expert illusion or very good at disguise. And I'm curious to know which. Because you say you're Renata, and you know who I am. Do you know their names? And she points to the three figures.
Oh, go ahead.
She points to the three figures that are tying up your friends.
Well, yes, I did hear her say all these names just now. This is a real test to see if I was listening as opposed to Corvus. I've already named, we know Rhymes in the Dark. I've already listed Quick to Ire. I have heard the gnome's name and the man guarding me. Oh, yes, he wasn't tying me up, but hang on, let me look through my notes.
You definitely heard her call Quick and Jamal, so like you know those two names. But
Quick Jamal. It's just.
She's.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think she's actually said Hade or Rhymes' name yet. I know Jared.
I thought I heard Hade mentioned.
Jared has mentioned.
Right. Oh, okay, and I know Rhymes just from the conversation I had with. I think with Justin / Renata in the hovel when the night I discovered they were doing a ghost impression.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not a hovel.
So sorry.
Sorry. I thought I should say it.
It's a hovel.
Just trying to find where I wrote the gnome's name down. Oh, so I tell you what, I'll mention. I'll say the ones that that I said before, and then Jamal. There's Rhymes, and actually, what I'm thinking about it, Rhymes was doing something very peculiar the other night outside the outside the old home hovel. I was trying to decide what to name it. Yeah, an illusion of a ghostly woman that looked an awful lot like my mother. What was that about? I couldn't quite figure that out. Was that meant to scare us?
It's not that hard. My friend over there, whose name I've noticed you haven't mentioned,
Which one are they referring to?
the gnome,
Yeah, I couldn't find it in my
happened
notes. I know.
happened to find Justin performing at a tavern using my name.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't a good idea.
So we figured we'd lure Justin back home with a tantalizing thread, a treat, spirit of his beloved mother. What was your mother's name?
That I think I also wrote down.
Are you asking me?
No, this is
No, I'm looking
Renata
through my
asking
notes because I
Corvus.
also
Okay.
am reading through last week's notes, or not the notes from the 19th. I can't remember shit from that day. Huh, maybe I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I don't think that subject has come up.
Well, I found out it was his mother and not through Justin. That's why. Like, when I confronted him and said, "Who does this look like?" he said, "My mother," but maybe he didn't tell me the name.
That is what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, darn. Well, I guess it's time to come clean a bit. There are some full truths and some half truths here. I do know
I'm
who
not
most of you are.
interested in a variety of truths. I just want to know one thing, and that's which one of you is Justin Timberdrake?
Before I answer that question, I must know, what do you plan to do with Justin Timberdrake?
I haven't
And is
decided
there
yet.
any way to make you feel better to do it to me instead?
If you don't tell me what I want to know, I might just do it to both of you.
Well, fair enough. I am not the Justin Timberdrake you seek, although I've tried very hard to look like it. In fact, it's a kind of awkward situation where I'm under this weird spell that's going to wear off in like another 20
It's
hours
an
or so.
excellent bit of illusion. Or is it some kind of...
Yeah, it did take a lot of...
Is it some kind of
It's a-
shape-changing thing?
There's a bit of makeup involved, and usually there's a costume to go with it. I didn't really have time for the costume, so yeah, that's. I know that Justin wouldn't really wear this, but I was telling truth when I say that I am a good friend, and I'm very concerned about their whereabouts. I know a little bit about why you might be pretty angry at them, and for what it's worth, I don't really know the extent of the damage they did, but I know that something's been eating at them ever since we've been back. And I know that they have perhaps been on a path of self-redemption lately, because they
Why don't you tell me what you think you know, and I will illuminate reality with a little bit of truth.
Oh, well, okay. Oop, I just closed the tab. And I'll just tell them everything I know, like the story of him being in the band and basically running away, taking Renata's name, leaving them without a vital member of their band, so their performances suffered. They didn't find work. They've now turned to mercenary work, hence the new name, the Drake Hunters, which very clever, by the way. Yeah, I think that is everything I know.
Well, you've got the broad strokes down, so good job. Let me tell you what really happened. About 5 years ago, I was in a loving relationship with a loving man. I had a band with my friends. We were more like a family than just musical collaborators. I had people who I had pulled off of the street and raised up. And the man that I loved, I had taught everything about music that I know. He was incredibly talented naturally, but he needed to learn a few things about singing mostly, but he could play guitar, lute. It was like natural to him. And I fell for him. His good looks, beautiful voice, amazing style. And then one day, he was gone. No note, no conversation, just gone. I spent weeks looking for him until eventually, after driving all of my bandmates, my family, crazy, looking for this guy, we found out that he had fled off on some caravan to purportedly expand his musical palette on his own, without us, without a word. Let me tell you, that hurt. We tried to send letters to find him, heard nothing back. I even went to Port Dwali, which is where he was supposed to go, and he never showed up there. No one had heard of Justin Timberdrake. So the man I loved vanished in the middle of the night. And not only that, he was nowhere to be seen where the only lead we had led to him. And after that, we couldn't get work. People liked our playing well enough, but it was Justin's voice that people came for. He had this weird way of making words sound different than what they were, but you still knew what the word was supposed to be. Like, he did this weird thing with the word me that made it sound like May. It was interesting. But it was a hook, and people loved it. And I tried, but my vocalizations are different than his. I didn't have that style. And without a second guitarist, things just became harder. Other bands came up, and we were struggling. Before 6 months went by, we had spent everything we had just trying to live. Well, we had some things go wrong. Rhymes over there was almost assaulted. The larger man pinned him against a wall and was about to do unspeakable things to him when Hade over there, indicating the no, happened to hear the struggle and came out and stabbed him, killing the man. So Rhines was almost violated, and Hade became a killer because Justin ran away. I became so distraught and despondent that I couldn't play anymore. I couldn't sing anymore. Even though I tried, I just couldn't. It wasn't the same. Broken heart will do that. I fell into depression and despair. Anger over that he had left without a word. Concern because we couldn't find him. It was a tough year. We were scraping the bottom of the barrel. Jamal had grown bitter as well in my place over everything that had happened because of Justin's actions. Quick didn't always look like he does now. He used to be a skinny, scrawny little guy. He was always tall, but he was thin and lithe. And he was just so angry about what was going on that he started pit fighting. And he got bigger, and now he is how he is. And we had to do something, so we started caravan guarding. We started taking jobs. Wasn't what we wanted to do, but we did what we had to survive. We named ourselves the Drake Hunters, hoping that we would be able to find out what happened to Justin. And then Hade hears rumor that I'm going to be singing again in public in a tavern. After 5 years of nothing. And she gets excited because she always wanted me to sing. She was the most recalcitrant of our entire group. She's probably the most deadly of us. She always wanted to go back to being a band. So she thought this was the first step. And lo and behold, she goes hoping to see me perform. And she sees Justin. After 5 years, blatantly using my name as his nom de guerre. So tell me, Corvus, after all that, what would you do to that person? Someone you loved and worried about and fretted for. Didn't even write you a letter, a note, never contacted you, and then shows up using your name in your hometown. What do you do?
I want to say out of character real quick that a lot of what Renata just said actually does strike a chord, no pun intended, with Corvus. And so I'm going to try to role play this to the best of my ability, but I'm saying this just in case they decided to insight check me. This is going to be a very, no bullshit response.
Okay.
So Corvus says, hearing you say that made me realize that perhaps I've got a lot in common with some of this that's occurred to you, and I truly am empathetic to this. I do know what it's like to have someone you love disappear inexplicably. And it made me a lot of things. Certainly anger and bitterness crept in. Sadness. I still haven't found that person, so I can't answer to what I would do, really. But something that I do feel is true is that I was holding my life back, dwelling on what this person did to me. And I couldn't start to move forward myself until I started to let a little bit of that go. As to why they did it, I really couldn't tell you. I've been traveling with Justin for a little while now, and I will be the first to say they are oftentimes brash and don't seem to really think through everything before they do it. But I can tell something's been eating at them. As to why they used your name in their performance, I can't really explain that either, except maybe somewhere there was still something about you they didn't want to let go of. There is something, I think, that's been going on with them. They haven't even shared with us. It may or may not explain some of their actions. They certainly came back here, so maybe in some weird small way they wanted to, but just didn't know how to begin to fix some of the things they had done. I understand your anger, trust me. Nothing, I think, feels like more betrayal than when a close friend or someone you thought was a close friend does something inexplicable to you and it ends up affecting the rest of your party. And that would make me angry as well. But perhaps, I don't know. Who am I to give you advice? But perhaps there is a chance for y'all to get back together, as it were, if we can get some closure on this matter. Maybe give them a chance to explain themselves, or in the very least, everyone can say what they'd like to, if you haven't already. But I do think perhaps they deserve the chance to try to make something better of their life. And maybe y'all will be better off moving forward on your own.
What you say has a ring of truth to it. I admit I am hardly what's the word? Unbiased in what's going on here. But I know that I can never trust anything that comes out of Justin's mouth again. Because what he does is manipulate the truth. If he doesn't outright lie, he disassembles, he dodges, he evades. He's very nimble with his tongue. Always has been. Back in the day, that used to work to our advantage. And because of that, we know we can't trust a thing he says. Life would have been better if he had never come back, but he did. And everything came rushing to the surface. We had to do something. I admit it's a bit like a dog chasing after a cart. Not sure what we would do with him once we got him, but we knew we had to have him. If it were left to Quick, he'd already be split in 2 pieces, if not more. I think Hade is the most lenient. She doesn't really want to murder anybody. She's been there. Jamal and Rhymes hate him for what he's done to me, the betrayal he did to them, to all of us. I don't know if they can forgive. I don't know if I can. But I suppose it comes down to 2 things here. I don't have any ill wishes towards you and your little group. I only hate Justin. But now I've got you all in custody here. Don't know you. Don't know what you're gonna do. Quick would say that the easiest thing to do is just kill you all, and then we don't have to worry about anything. I don't like killing people. I don't like murdering people. Yes, sometimes people die in combat on the battlefield defending from a caravan, that sort of thing. But that's different. This would be just cold-blooded murder. I didn't even want to necessarily do that to Justin. But I was thinking about it, and then you popped up, adding confusion into the mix. And so here we are. I'm at an impasse. What do I do with you? Do I let Quick have his easy solution? Do I let the rest of you go and keep Justin until I figure out what I'm going to do with him? Or would you all just come storming back in here, causing more of a ruckus? Maybe you bring a few city guard along with you. Although good luck trying to get them to come all the way out here.
Yeah, we're not really interested in the guards, if I'm being completely honest. Listen, I will say we would like to take Justin away from you. For the time being, we'd like to have him back and see if he can, in fact, redeem himself. He has come through for us. And if I'm being honest, I spend a lot of time, a lot of time, I want to emphasize this, around people who are lying, who will lie, who do lie. I myself, there's something about them that I know they're hiding. Undeniable. But there's something about them that wants to be good. I don't know what they're struggling with. And I do trust them enough to know they're going to stick it out. I think this is a different Justin than left you high and dry some years back. I'm not asking you to forgive them. I know that might be impossible. But I am saying perhaps say your piece. Maybe they've suffered enough. I think you can move on and truly get things back together if you let go of this. I think this is the roadblock that's been hanging everyone up, and I know that that not having the closure will do that. Maybe give him a chance to explain or don't. I don't know, but I would like to take him and the rest of our group out of here. And then I know you don't have to believe me, but I would like you should just take my word. We're not going to involve the guards. We very much want to get out of this town, the rest of us. No offense. I'm sure it's lovely. Matt and Annette. We need to make some money, and then we need to leave. We have other things to do, and they are not here.
And if I let him go, what do I get for all my trouble?
Well, let's bargain if you want. I mean, how much do you count of what you've done to him so far? Let me name what I think has happened. You quite literally stabbed him in the back, had him bleed out in the street, put him in a sack, drug him through town, had him tied up for, I think it's been at least 2 nights, presumably without sleep, maybe some food. I haven't had a good look at him till now, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone, maybe Quick, was a little rough in their handling the way in here. So what was left that you would like to do? Do you want to line up and come through and slap him as hard as you can? I think that would be fair.
Well, first
and I would hold him for you if you want to do that.
I appreciate it. But we didn't really let him bleed out in the street. It was one little stab wound. It was really just the poison that knocked him unconscious. That was really all it was.
I forgot of the poison. That is another
So
thing on the
bleeding out
list,
on
yeah.
the street is a bit of hyperbole.
Well, there was blood on the street. I think a knife wound will do that, but
So will a punch in the
hyperbole
face.
or no. Fair.
The point is, you make a valid argument that some retribution has come across. Quick, satisfying. I know what I want, but it's nothing you can give me. But if you tell me that you and your party will help me get what I want, I'll release Renato to you, or Justin.
And what is it that you want?
I don't want him to come back. The Dust Barrows are off limits. If you've got business in Madanat, that's fine. You don't come to the Dust Barrows. He doesn't come to the Dust Barrows ever again. He's exiled. And 2, he gets a new name. Maybe you're right. Maybe Justin Timberdrake is dead. But I'm Renato the Soul Angel. And as she says this, you see her brilliant eyes glimmer in a way they didn't before. Some sort of essence is behind them. And you see her shadow grows, indicating a more forceful presence than she has previously displayed.
Throughout this,
And I
Corvus
might
has
also want
been
to
shaking
slap
their
him
head.
a little bit.
Hey, I told you I'd hold him for the first one. I think those are incredibly valid terms. And I agree with you. I will see to it that these things are met. Otherwise, I'll deliver them back to you in custody. How's that sound?
I think I can live with that.
I'll even slap them first if that's okay.
And all this
He's
happens.
caused us a little bit of trouble too in this last couple of days.
And all this happens in front of you and your other friends.
Which part? The declaration of terms? I think that's valid as well.
All of it. The slapping, you holding him, the terms. I don't want any more secrets between Justin and me, or Justin and you. I want us all to be on the same page. And I don't want any of your little friends coming back here to try and get even or get back at us for whatever reason.
Totally fair. Well, I say let's do it.
She stands up and extends her hand to you.
I extend mine.
Okay. She shakes your hand. Consider this a bargain made. All right, everyone, we're going to get rid of Justin and load him off on his friends here. So let's get them roused. And you see they set about, they untie arms and legs and ungag people. But they do leave hands bound for the moment.
Fair. One thing that I probably should have mentioned, is that I did mention that we need to make some money in this town and then leave. I should expound that still needs to happen. the dust barrels are off limits, and then we'll be out of Metanet.
Yeah, she's fine with that. She just doesn't want him in the dust barrels.
Okay.
Which means that's a section of the city that is essentially walled off to you. Okay. So the Drake Hunters get your friends sort of situated here. And then Rhymes in the Dark pulls something out of his pouch, a little like a little poultice or something, and crushes it in his hand and waves it under all of their noses. Everyone who is unconscious, you regain 1 hit point, and you are conscious now. Your hands are tied. If you didn't lose any hit points, then you don't have to worry about it. You're just back up. But you have at least 1 hit point, and you are conscious. Your hands are bound. And as a group, you see that you are all sitting on a wall, or against a wall of a fountain behind you in the middle of the courtyard, with Corvus standing next to this woman. That Justin, Renata, you obviously know what's up, but you are seeing Corvus standing right next to her. And you are not gagged at this moment.
Not gagged. Still speechless. But I'm gonna try to make eye contact with the real Renata. And I'll say, "Hey, Renata."
Be quiet, Justin.
Corvus is Justin.
Love what you did with your hair.
You don't get to say that to me anymore.
It's true.
She
Corvus
looks
will look
to
at
you,
Renata.
Corvus.
Is it time?
I think you should explain the deal to your friends.
So, Renata the Soul Angel and I have reached an arrangement. Terms for the release of the artist formerly known as Justin Timberdrake. The Dust Sparrows will be off limits to the aforementioned, and as well as the rest of us. As soon as our business in Metanet concludes, we shall leave. And the aforementioned has to change their name moving forward. Never to use Renata Soul Angel again. Speaking of, and I'm going to walk behind Justin and hold them and say, I'm sorry about this, but you might have had this coming. With this slap to the face, Justin Timberdrake, as we all knew or did not know them, is no more. And I'm going to look at Renata the Soul Angel.
She walks up quietly and just wheels back and quickly slaps Justin across the face. Looks at him and says, I never want to hear you or see you again. And I don't want to be
Corvus
associated
whispers,
with you
"Don't say
in
that."
any way. We're done. Now your friends are going to take you, and you're not welcome here again. Never come home to the Dust Barrels, Justin. Ever again. And she turns her back. She turns her back on you, and walks away a little bit, and nods to Quick.
I do.
And
I'm sorry. I do want to call out to her, even if she is ignoring me. I'll yell out. That doesn't make sense. You held me captive, kept me bound and gagged, And now you're letting me go?
Do you want me to
But
kill
we
you?
haven't talked. Would it make you feel better?
I don't know. But this I can live with.
I just don't get it. Why?
It's not always about what
Keep
you
and
want,
not-
Justin. This time it's about me.
Is Selenar up at this moment next
Yeah.
to Renata?
Yeah, you are awake. You are conscious.
If you pick this fight again, you're on your own. And Selenar just starts walking to the front door,
I
straight
don't think
past
we've-
anyone.
I don't know if we've been released yet.
Yeah,
I guess it's only our hands that are tied.
yeah. It's only your hands that are tied, and she nodded to Quick, and Quick like stepped away to like, because Quick was like standing there blocking the path, and now the path is like available to you all. And Corvus is not bound in any way, shape, or form.
Selenar
Yeah.
is extremely frustrated that we came to save him, and now he's picking a fight again. So he's just like in character this time. If you pick this fight again, you're on your own. And he picks up his hands are like behind his back. He just picks up his bag and starts walking by everyone, unless anyone stops him.
I'm no longer holding Justin, but I am a bit hesitant to walk away until I see what happens. I am kind of whispering in his ear, like, hey, we're almost out of here.
Yeah, Andra, who's been conscious this whole time and kind of knew this was coming because she had overheard stuff, just kind of like looks awkwardly and follows after Selenar. Ozo follows after her, looking back at Corvus over their shoulder a couple times.
I'll give them the signal that they can go.
I will add one more thing to my rant. I will say to Renata, fine, I'll leave. But keep the dramatics out of it. I left a year ago, and you guys keep
You
saying
left 5 years
5
ago, you
years.
dumbass.
It wasn't 5, it was 1.
No, it's been 5 years, you selfish prick. Now get out of my house.
Is there anything I could say that could prove to her it's been only a year? Like if I hold up like a calendar or something, or it's only 2025, not 2030.
Well, as far as you know, the year would be about AB 50.
50. So she thinks it's AB 55.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say it's AB 50.
Corvus,
Ask anyone.
you know that it's AB 55.
I'm going to tap Renat on the shoulder, or Justin. I'm going to tap whoever he becomes on the shoulder. God, this is confusing. And say, hey, I don't think you're going to win this argument. Trust me. Let's talk about this outside.
I'll silently nod, since I know I'm not getting anywhere with Renata. Everyone else is there too, like Quick to Ire and Hade and
The rest are all there, and they're just standing there watching what's going on here, looking to Renata. She's kind of walked over towards Rhymes and Hade, and Jamal is kind of off on one side as well.
well, if this is the end, then let me say my goodbyes. I'll look at Rhymes in the Dark first, and I'll go, adios, amigo.
He says nothing to you.
I'll go do Hade next and like flash her like a cowabunga party loving symbol here with my hands.
Leave, Justin. We don't want you here anymore. Just go. Try to do something for someone else when it's not about you, okay?
Me. I don't even know what to call myself anymore. I will just. It almost seems like he just quickly disregards what she says and just quickly turns to Jamal and just nods at him because that was always the way we communicated.
He just kind of.
Does he nod back?
He does not, but he spits on the ground in your general direction. Not quite at you,
stings my heart.
But in your general direction, like on the ground.
Yeah. Okay, that stings my heart a little bit. I'll next turn to put to ire, and I'll say,
"Don't say a fucking word."
Liked him anyway. You're as strong as an owlbear and half as smart.
And then he immediately advances on you and makes a grab towards you. He doesn't have his axe. He's just going with his hands.
I think you're going to get another slap if you keep that going, says Corvus.
Do you do anything to actually stop Quick to Ire?
Me?
Yeah.
While he's quickly approaching to me, if I may, while he's quickly approaching to me and I see him coming, I knew I don't have that much time left, I'm just going to rapidly say, I loved you, Renata. I'm sorry. And if you want to talk, you know where to find me.
He's already cut the distance between you. His speed is immense. He grabs you.
Just one slap, says Corvus, really loud.
With an 18 on his athletic checks, he grabs you, lifts you up, and just carries you out to the front door and throws you 10 feet out the door. And looks back at Corvus and Lunine, who are still in the plaza, and says, "I think you should get out too."
I think you're right.
So, and I like to think Andra too. We're both just like leaning on the front of the house, having somehow figured out how to cut our hands free.
Yeah.
Just waiting, and then Renata comes tumbling out the front door,
being flown out.
It's a good image.
Thrown out of the saloon.
Yeah.
I would. Corvus will say, I think you're right. Renata, for what it's worth, that's the first time I heard them mention the date, and they were wrong. I don't know what happened to them. It's just something to consider. I think they're confused about something. And I'm going to leave.
Okay. Corvus and Lunine, as you are the last two to exit, I'm assuming you're leaving as well, Lunine. Or are you sticking around for something? Did we lose you, Tanner?
No, sorry, I'm here.
Are you leaving as well, or do you have anything you want to add to this discussion?
No, Lunine is still exhausted, sick of this, and wants to go to bed.
With 1 hit point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I still have exhaustion.
As the two of you begin to leave and exit the manor, both of you, what are your passive perceptions?
Oh boy.
Is
Is that invisible fucker gonna do something again? 16.
Okay,
16.
great. Yeah, you both, as you exit and Quick closes the door behind you, you hear crying coming from inside the house as the door closes.
Damn, he did a number on her.
Unfortunate.
The group of you is now outside. Justin, formerly Renata, potentially whatever, is on the ground, still hands bound. The other three have managed to undo their bounds. Corvus, it is easy enough for you to go around and cut ropes, dagger, whatever.
Yeah, I'll take it out of my hiding spot.
So question. With what had been said from Renata with like the time thing, had I ever read anything about like time displacement between the planes?
As a native of the Fey realm, you know that it is likely that, or it is possible that people can lose time if they are from another realm that actually has it. Because your realm, you have experience, but time is an idea. Like, it's always twilight where you live. It's always dusk.
Right.
But there are places where it's noon or dawn or midnight. So time exists, but
have I ever
as a snapshot. Traveling back to the material plane, the prime material realm, that can be weird sometimes for the people who are from here, because they are used to linear time. They're like tied to that idea. So when they come back, it's not always. It's hard for there to be a one-to-one in a place where time it can be a snapshot to return to linear time.
Right. Okay. So that's what I was going for. How far away is everybody standing from each other?
That's up to you.
I mean, let's assume I'm just now cutting the ropes off of Renata, because I do have something to say to him. I know I've been talking a lot, but I got one other thing.
I'll let Corvus go first.
I'll say my piece and be done with it, I promise. As I've been down to cut the rope off of Justin's hands, I'm going to say, listen, that maybe wasn't the best deal I've ever brokered, but it was the best one I could get given the circumstances. I know that wasn't closure for anyone. I do suggest you try to walk away from this, though. Also, what year did you say it was, Jared? 20-something? 55?
AB 55. It's AB 55.
AB 55. After breaking, yeah. I'm going to say, to Renata, just you should know that it's AB 55. And I'm going to stand up and walk away.
Renata is just kind of rubbing his wrist where the ropes were bound to him. The whole time he kept thinking that something happened to them, to Renata and Quick and Hade and the rest. It never occurred to him that something would have happened to him where he's missing years. And he looks at the building that he was just thrown out of. Anyone watching through the windows?
Make a perception check.
While the scene is happening, Selenar is going around to the people who look particularly fucked up, except Renata, and healing them. Let me know when you want me to roll for those hit points.
I think Lunina's on deck too.
You can go ahead and roll for those, Jeff. Looking around, you don't see anybody in the windows. But with an 8, you do see a cat lounging on that front overhang
Very
above
suspicious
the
cat.
front door, just watching them.
Fuck that cat. Inside check the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Make an
I know part
insight
of me
check
wants
on the
to
cat.
kind of.
This
No.
is for fun.
Corvus on a 13. The cat is watching with intent.
Oh. Wait.
Does it look... Ah, never mind. I'm metagaming. I'm gonna stop.
So
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group and kind of sense the anger, frustration, hate directed at me. But I will mutter my thanks for their daring rescue.
I mean, I was unconscious on the ground, but you're welcome. Now, I have a question for you. When you made this pact with your manager, did you ever leave here? Like I've left my home?
I'm trying to remember how much I have told you about my contract with the manager.
I just know that
Um,
you've made a contract with
yeah.
a Fey being, and that's the extent of
That's
it.
right. Yeah. No. It occurred here.
Are you
this flight.
sure?
100%, unless Jared, mistaken.
Nope.
It happened here, right?
You first met the manager on your way to Port Douali.
That's what I
And
thought.
you've
Yeah.
never taken any trips through any sort of doorway, for lack of a better term, with them?
With him? No. But
Interesting.
there might have been a time where I got lost in a sandstorm and came out into the Fey realm.
Ah. And there it is. That explains your possible loss of time.
No, because time is just time. I wasn't there that long. It was like a
Time
short
is not-
vacation, really.
Time is not time. It's hard to explain, but things aren't always going to be the same when you return from a different place. That time flows differently there. It might stand still, like my home, while everything else around you moves forward. Because I don't experience days like you do here. We don't really keep track of time the same way. So you could have been gone a lot longer than you thought. Just like I may be gone for... I don't know what might happen when I go home. If I can get there.
It's a shock to his system hearing this. The whole time he thought he was the normal one, between AB 50 versus AB 55. So
Cyberpunk 2077?
he kind of scratches his head and he's like, I've missed 5 birthdays. I'm 33? Oh my god.
I guess. Is that a lot? Is it a little? How much is that for you?
Well, I had a 5-year plan. So I've just got fast forwarded 5 years. And now my 5-year plan is shit. So yeah, I'm a little bit upset at this revelation.
And that is where we are going to take our break. As Renata, or Justin, I should say, fills himself with this existential crisis. So, we'll take a little 5-minute break, a little bio break, and we will be right back in 5 minutes, picking up right here with our illustrious Dead Ringers. Thank you, Ives Got It, for being here, for being in the chat. Thank you, NRC Zom, for subscribing. And thank you, Vanal Oswin, who followed us last session. Thank you all very much, and we will be back in 5 minutes after this short break. Hello, everyone.
I thought I'd get a reaction.
We are back. Thanks for sticking with us as we took that little bio break. So we pick up with our group outside, kind of gathering. Justin Timberdrake, you have just had a couple of big revelations. What's going on in your brain at this moment?
There's just black smoke coming out of his ears.
It is a whirlwind of emotions. I feel I did not get closure with Renata. I guess I felt like perhaps there could have been some dialogue to occur where we maybe didn't, make up, but there would have been better closure than to just banish me and the party from Dust Barrows without even talking first. And he knows the party is upset at him. So he has to think about how to get back in their good graces. And he's also still in a bit of a shell shock with the 5-year lapse in his life. Thinking about all the birthday parties he's missed.
As you think about that, you try to think, like, where could you have lost time? And as far as you know, you haven't. So, like, there was a point where, like, you went to sleep and then woke up and it was 5 years later. Like, you've experienced your life in the past year, but everyone else seems to have experienced the last 5.
That's probably what drives him a little bit more insane, is that he is so confident that, he's the one living life normally in a linear, timely fashion, and everyone else is crazy. And he just can't, like, do the math in his head. Like, everyone's like, to him, it's almost like he sees the sky as blue and everyone's telling him, no, it's been purple. It's been purple the whole time.
Renata, we need to talk about the sky. It's actually been green.
What?
So as the party gathers up, do you have more you want to say?
No, with one last look at the building, Renata will turn his back and just start walking.
What do you all do? Do you
Now's the time to go back to bed.
Do you have any discussions? It's a little after noon at this point of the day. Early afternoon.
A little afternoon. I think some of us need to go to rest. I believe Corvus managed to have only a little bit of stabby in the back damage. It says I'm full. I'm not sure if that's true, but
yeah, you took a bunch of psychic damage actually, but I don't remember how much. But you didn't fall unconscious, so that's important.
Okay, I better say I don't think I'm at full health. That's odd. I think we all need to rest to heal, but Corvus does feel like he needs to talk to Justin about this, but perhaps we need to walk in silence back to the hotel just to give everyone some breathing room. So I will say, depending on, I'm trying to be like respectful of other people's time and not just talk the whole episode, but like depending on what other people want to do, they can do that first. Corvus is going to try to follow up with Justin.
Well, I'll put it to the group. Does anybody want to say anything on the walk back to the silver set?
Nuuli doesn't really have much to say right now. He's ready to get back to relaxing or whatever I can do until the evening. because he can't do much at 1 HP.
Selenar did come around and heal during that scene. I healed
Oh, right.
Lunine for.
I didn't see that number.
11 went
Yeah,
to
I
Lunine.
put it in the chat somewhere. Yeah, it was either 9 or 11. I don't remember.
Yeah, Lunine
It was
got
11.
11. Ozo got 9.
With a couple words, let me patch your wounds.
Mhm.
11 hit points. Selenar doesn't have much to say either. He's just hoping that Renata will realize he couldn't have gotten out alone.
Yeah, that's a good hope. Corvus, if you do want to have any discussions on this way back, you are free to do so.
I sort of in my mind, you tell me if this is crazy, sort of in my mind, it's sort of, we walk back in silence because we're all sort of like processing what just happened, or some of us are literally dragging ourselves back home with a single hit point. When we get back to the place we're staying, assuming everyone wants to take a nap and regain some health, I'm gonna try to pull Justin aside, say, hey, I feel like a lot happened back there, and there's some more that we should say. I've got stuff on my mind, but also maybe you should go first. You really haven't had a chance to speak for yourself today. How's your face?
That was your
During
Renata
this
has-
hesitation moment,
Oh.
Selenar pipes up and says, "It's been a long day. I think we should all sleep on it and talk tomorrow. Some things take time to process."
If you need some time, Justin, I can come back, but I will talk to you.
One other thing I forgot to mention earlier, because you had asked me what's going through Justin/Renata's head. There's a bit of anger at Corvus because he feels it was unfair that Corvus got to talk to Renata and dictate everything, the terms and the deal and whatnot. So there's like this little bit of animosity, just being like, Justin appreciates what Corvus has done, but at the same time, just also like this sort of bit of rage, being like, the fuck, that's not fair. I wanted to talk to her.
Totally valid. And if it makes anyone feel any better, I actually thought you were unconscious.
I was, yeah.
Okay, great. But also Corvus feels bad that he's the only one that talked and that went the way it did, but I got out.
Yeah, I mean, that is a discussion that you can have with Corvus, if that is what you want to do.
We should sit here and see if each other reads each other's minds spontaneously and then go to bed silently in a Shakespearean fashion, and then
Spoiler
7 more
alert,
years pass.
You
and
don't.
Damn it.
You do not get telepathy between
all that time around Ozo, and I still haven't got it.
No.
I know everyone has talked about napping the afternoon away, but the kind of day that, or days and nights that Renata has had, he feels like a drink is in order. So he will go to the bar and just kind of chill there for a bit.
Can
Drink his
Corvus,
sorrows away.
Can Corvus buy you a drink then? And the rest of the party fucks off to bed?
Ooh, interesting. Because again, like, part of me would appreciate it. Sure.
So I think we all went back.
Like, what the fuck?
Did we all go back to our? I forget the name of the inn, and I don't have my notes up because I'm a bad
Is it
player.
a silver
Silver set.
Silver set.
Correct.
Is that the bar you go? So we all walk back to the silver set, and you go to the bar.
Yeah.
There is a bar in the tavern in the inn. So
Yeah, Selenar also goes to get a drink. He's interested in this chat. Lunch beer, the best time for beer.
TBH, as much as I love like the side moments we've had as a party and growing, I think probably more of us need to be talking as a group.
So Saint Corvus and now Selenar. I won't speak for Andra and
Ozo?
Ozo, thank you. But
Yeah,
I will
neither.
ask, be like, Lunine, would you like a drink before you go to sleep?
That actually sounds like a good idea. A little nightcap would be nice. At least before my nice long bath.
the other two also join.
Oh, okay.
The picture that I've got it posted in the Discord is the perfect image of this right now.
It is a very shawarma
I
moment.
just wanted to point that out.
Yes,
The end
yes.
of the first Avengers film where they're all just like
Eating shawarma quietly around a destroyed
eating
table.
shawarma.
So everyone, Selenar just walks to the bar and says, 6 ales. It's been a long morning.
6 ales are
This round's
provided.
on me, says Corvus.
Slumbering Beneath Smoke provides you all with 6 ales. They're 3 copper apiece, so 18 copper.
Copper would be 2.
Whatever. Selenar just puts his silver on the table and doesn't care.
That's not
Yeah.
enough, is it?
It would be like once it would be like 2 silver would leave a tip.
Yes,
Okay,
2
2
silver
silver.
is
2 silver on the
God.
bar, whatever.
This is on me. You get the next round. Get out of here. I'm done with this one. Fight over the tab.
Selenar just gives you a look of like, bro, it doesn't matter.
It does. It does because I have more money than all of you, and you don't know that. So here we are having a drink. A moment of silence goes by. Does Renato?
I will do this real quick when we do get all our drinks. I'll raise my glass up and I'll say a toast to one of my 5 birthdays I've maybe missed.
Yes.
I'll drink to that. Listen, I do want to give you a moment, but I also want to say I'm sorry. So if you want to speak now,
Justin Renata tries to play it cool and be like, sorry? Sorry for what? That slap was weak.
okay. Listen, I think tonight you can cut that out, at least for today.
Just saying it was,
I'm
man.
gonna give you one more chance. A lot of fucked up shit happened back there. I'm sorry I spoke for you. And I know that you must be processing a lot because I've just now realized that you two have very different memories of how things went down, and no one got closure back there. And that has to really suck.
Yeah, sucks for her.
I'm going to say one more thing to try to be very clear. We all stuck our neck out for you, getting you out of that. And it went down the best way I think it could have given the circumstances. You need some help. And you need to get some things off your chest, I think. If you keep suffering in silence, I think everything's going to get worse. So I know you want to act tough right now. I would too. But I hope that if nothing else, we've all shown you that we've got your back. We want you part of this group. But I don't know how much more of this we can take if you're not willing to be real with us.
I think there's a lot all of us should talk about. In all honesty.
I agree. I will be the first to admit I've kept some secrets myself. And I will say it has felt better being able to be honest with the people of this bar right now and know that we're all watching out for each other.
So
Listen.
who wants to get sappy first?
I mean, I think you've all listened to me do that enough. I should probably go last.
Renata, what name are you going by? Because this is getting absurd.
To be honest, I'm not sure if Justin's off the table in that deal, but Renata definitely is.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to clarify something, Jared. I know she didn't want me to use Renata, but was she also saying I should not use the name Justin Timberdrake as well?
She made no.
Was that the impression I got?
She made no statement about that. She just said she didn't want to hear you again or see you again, or anything that could be construed as having anything to do with her. She didn't want to be tied to you in any way. So
Corvus's interpretation of the Justin part was more symbolic of like she's cutting off the Justin Timberlake
what she said
broke
to
her
you,
heart.
what she said to you, Corvus, was like, maybe Justin Timberlake is dead. Maybe Justin Timberlake.
Right, I
as
added a
knew
little spin
him,
on it, trying to
is
play.
dead.
Yeah. Corvus added a little spin on it for dramatics to try to get this process going and get out of there.
So, so you could use Justin, but you could use something else.
I've got some spare names if you want to use them.
You too. This is. I'm gonna need a list.
I have one, actually.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, we'll circle back to me, but yeah, I'll tell you my top 5 that you'll see me as. I might as well get that out there too.
Yeah, so Renata's just gonna say, okay, so as you know, my real name is Justin Timberdrake. I could keep that name. I don't know, but I feel like every great performer needs a unique name.
Eleanor audibly sighs at that statement.
I say, what about just Drake? Nothing's bad has ever happened to a guy named Drake. I mean,
something tells me no. And that's it. We got the DM.
Oh god.
I don't think I've ever seen him break quite like that.
You know.
Well done.
As a DM, you try not to actively target a player character to die, but I might have to change that tactic.
Justin Renata thinks about it a little bit. What about if I steal their group name? What if I'm Drake Hunter? That's a cool name.
You got to stop taking
flow.
other names. That's the whole that started you in this mess to begin with. Come on.
Original for
once. You write songs. Surely you can think of your own name. I also have a list you can use, but that's a cop out.
Not being original.
Well, at least I didn't steal those names from someone else knowingly.
Renata, this is Justin, whoever you are. This is a fresh start. Come up with something good.
You can sleep.
The name you have already.
Could, yeah.
In 120 years, I've never thought about changing a name. Be unheard of.
It's not that.
Well, changeling.
Yeah, I guess I think of it a little differently, but
Change is in your nature.
Everything changes.
Still doesn't change who you
We
are.
always change.
that is true, Justin. It, in a lot of ways, doesn't change who you are. You can be whatever you want on the outside. I do suggest you stick to originality, though. No one likes a plagiarizer.
Who named you Justin?
Unless we're doing something where that's actually what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, like the time I was you.
Selenar suddenly turned
It's okay for Corvus.
dead serious. Who named you Justin? Who gave you that name?
Hold on, I never thought about this before, so let me quickly think. What would make for the better story? My mom or the dad that ran away?
Like father, like son.
Is that the name your mother called you?
Yeah, that's the name of my
You
mom.
definitely seem to honor her memory. 3 days ago when we visited your old home for the first time. What better way to honor her memory than keep the name she gave you?
That hits Justin pretty hard, as he's got a point. Yeah, Selenar, that's true. Perhaps you guys are all right. I should just stick with what she gave me, Justin Timberdrake.
It is an honorable, strong name.
All right, so
Thank you.
Justin, it is.
Now let us move on. What
Who's next?
are we doing?
I thought we were all drinking and being sappy with each other and telling a few more truths. So anyone got anything else they want to get off their chest before we talk about how we're getting out of Minute with our hands intact?
I mean, I could answer questions if you had any.
Corvus let out a big sigh.
I think you've been pretty clear. Formerly from a very privileged family, never lifted a finger in your home world. Upset that you occasionally have to get a little dirty in the material plane.
I did not complain once during that trip during the jungle. That was Andra.
And just as a
Admittedly, that
reminder,
was
the
mostly
only
Andra.
one who has had any kind of like chat about what happened at the Fancy Inn before they were thrown in jail is Corvus. So nobody else had any kind of discussion with Lunine about that yet.
I didn't ask him a lot of questions, admittedly, but well, I would be curious what your plans are after this, Lunine. Are you still trying to get home?
As of right now, yes, because I have no other alternative. Unless something else appears where it's a better option.
I would also
But I
love to
also
explore all of our connection to the Feywild. There seems to be a common thread with all of us.
I believe I had
Drawing
mentioned before, maybe not to everyone, so I'll do it now, that I learned when we met Dandelion that supposedly who he believed is my mother is held captive somewhere in the Fey world. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately, especially given the conversation I had with Nada the Soul Angel tonight about how they felt when someone left them. I don't really know what I would do if I found my mother again, but I think some part of me with this information needs to pursue it. So if you are also going to the Fey world anyway, perhaps I too am interested in figuring out how to get there. I don't really know anything about it or what that means on the other side, other than there must be some sort of difference in the way time operates, which I'm not too keen on myself, but
Again, my home was always night.
real quick, Jared, I'm trying to think back. Did the Dandelion mention, I think maybe specifically where they thought my mother was in the Fey world? And I probably tried to write it down and then spelled it wrong, so I have no idea how to search for it.
No, he didn't give you a specific location, just that he heard she was imprisoned somewhere.
Okay. Well, I don't know where or what realm or what world or whatever my mother may be, but all I know is she's supposedly on the other side of, I don't know, another plane?
He did tell you the name that she would use. Do you have that in your notes?
I think I do. One second. Maybe not. Looking. Oh, dang it. I didn't write that down either because I have left a placeholder for that name. I'm not even going to try to pretend.
Okay. We can talk about that later.
Okay.
You can always go back and check the episode.
Well, I will say that if it may ring a bell to Looning, for instance, I will say I'll apparently she's leading, if it was leading a life I never knew, as a highly skilled assassin in the Fey world. And no, Lunine, I don't think she was involved with what happened to your father. I did ask the Dandelion, but the thought did cross my mind.
A highly skilled assassin. We do have one prisoned in our dungeon.
You don't say.
I was told, at least, when we saw one of my soldiers before we met the Dandelion.
That's a little too weird a coincidence, but this whole trip has been a bit like that. So, yeah, let's say that I'm invested also, even more so, in this getting you home journey.
I mean, I don't know the details in whole, and I don't want to waste your time either, but, because, I mean, it is politics. We're always vying for power. I don't know the details behind it. It's a long way to go for nothing.
Since you mentioned my list of names, it's occurred to me that I've not shared yet with everyone, and I really think this is inconsequential, but in the spirit of being transparent. And since you mentioned what name was given by Justin's mother, my mother called me Lux, and that is who I was at birth and for a very long time until I became the thief known as Corvus. Just thought I'd get one last thing on the table. But
It's not a terrible name.
it's not one I'm like to use very often, but yeah, I guess now you know it. You can call me Corvus if you like.
Be kind of a change, especially mid-combat now.
Yeah, that's fair. You can save. Yeah, we'll save Lux for something else. Also, Selenar wanted to know what we are planning to do in the immediate future. I know two of us. Actually, do I know that two of us have really large debt to pay and all the stipulations along with that?
I don't think you've had a
I
chance
don't know.
to talk
'cause
about
I've
it.
been.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got.
Didn't Andra come? I think Andra came back and told us.
I think so. Like, because you and Andra found out some information about that, and right before Ozo's
No.
release. I don't know. Let's.
No, the only two who know what their actual debts are Lunine and Ozo.
Yeah, Ozo told us that Lunine had made a deal with the same lender, but we don't know how much.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that now. What is the terms? What are the terms of your release? We know that we have a bounty on our heads for 50 gold each, and probably should lay low, and/or get out of town. But can you leave?
I have to pay 480.
480? 480 gold?
Yes.
Doesn't seem that bad, actually.
Actually, that doesn't seem that bad either. But do you have that much gold? I'm assuming no. If you went...
I could go gambling. I would just need a couple days.
There was also a bounty for. I don't remember the
4,000 gold, I believe.
some raiders that appear to be out of town. Be the quick way.
That could be a fair amount.
Split equally, that pays off everyone's debt. However, I don't plan on paying my bounty, and I don't plan on getting caught. But
Same.
I mean, no one ever plans on getting caught.
Memory of humans is short. In general.
I imagine a prison sentence here would probably not mean the same thing to you as it would to one of us. But can only hope that
Still doesn't mean it's pleasant.
Well, I can all yes. I think we should try to avoid that at all costs. But if we're going to make any of this money, then perhaps we entrust Ozo and Lunine to turn in this bounty, get the gold, clear the name, and we can go on our way. So, do we want to pursue this job and search for these raiders?
That could
After
be
the-
also quick and easy.
After a good night's sleep, of course. Any opposed?
Yes, I don't feel so great at the moment, but I mean, my options are either that or finding a gambling house.
Well, I certainly can't tell you how to make your money, but if we're all up for it and want to leave tomorrow, let's meet back here in the morning and figure out the best course of action. Is there a bounty like description somewhere? Do we have a little more to go on? I think Corvus actually knows about like some of the job listings for things like this. So I guess I could.
Selenar ripped the flyer off of the board.
Okay, great.
So I just pull it out. Although I'm an idiot and didn't write down exactly the wording.
Wanted dead or alive or any of that important stuff?
That's okay. Yeah. Pretty much the flyer, the whatever. The Merchant Council itself has offered this bounty of 4,000 gold if anyone can take out these ruffians that have been attacking caravans and explorers nearby a certain oasis. Um, Raiders clad in black and red armor, monsters of tooth and claw, like very poetical sort of descriptions of like what you're going against. All you need to do is to take them out and bring back proof of your success. And there's a name and an address listed for like if you want to like register that you are going for this. Although you don't have to, like it's not like you need to register that you're going. Like you can just go do it and come back with the proof.
Well, I don't think any of us know where this oasis is, so perhaps unless Renata, you do, having been from this area.
Is it the Akir Oasis?
Yeah, would I know?
So the largest and most inward oasis is the Akir Oasis. Yeah.
To the east? In the Hassa Desert?
Yes. Most of the raids happen between Port Kazim, Port Dwali, and Madanat. But like it says, like the reports have that these raiders or whatever seem to be returning in the direction of the Akira Oasis. Like they've been sighted heading that way.
Corvus has learned that would be southeast of here, and general directions that he was given were to go around the coast instead of the mountain range. Does that all sound accurate, DM?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound accurate, Justin?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Seems a reasonable course of action. What time is it right now? Still mid-afternoon?
Yeah, it's probably like 4 p.m.
Perhaps we should try to slip down under cover of darkness for those of us still wanted.
I mean, honestly, if we're going to be making this much money, can we just pay it? Would be easier to come back and turn in the bounty if we don't have to hide.
I don't know if we should. Can we pay off our own bounties? Does that work this way here?
So
I think there's going to
clear,
be bounties on all of us.
To be clear,
I got released from prison.
The 4 of you that have bounties, the bounties are for like information or like your arrest, which means if somebody
exactly. So turning ourselves in would be stupid. We'd be arrested instead of paying the bounty.
Yeah,
I think we would be arrested, and then we would pay our 500 gold each bail through the bank or whatever. And I'm just trying to skip that part.
Agreed.
And just come back with 250 gold a person and say, yo, Madanat peeps, I'm sorry we did this. Here's my bail money up front. Instead of involving a bank at all.
Yeah, we'd each get 666.66 repeating, of course.
Oh.
Gold.
Of course.
I turned down this quest.
Well, anyway, let's meet here in the morning over breakfast or whatever. If we can leave, I don't know. Justin here might know the best time to leave. I don't know anything about deserts or what we should see out in the desert at night.
That's a good question, Jared. Do I know if it's better to travel at night or middle of the day?
Definitely.
Is it high desert or low desert?
Definitely not in the middle of the day. Like middle of the day tends to be when people like take a few hours and like rest and nap. Like usually people will like start early in the morning, travel to like 10 o'clock or so, maybe push it to noon, and then they will camp for like 5 or 6 hours, and then push on after the hottest part of the day has gone and travel into the night. Much like the city life here, in the middle of the day, there's very few people out and about. Even though you're on the coast, it's still hot as hell, which is why nightlife in Madanat goes so late. But, it's kind of a 6-to-1 deal. It's possible to do it, especially if you're traveling on the coastal trade routes, because on the north side of the mountains there, it will be cooler than if you travel to the south. Traveling to the south side of the mountains it's like a clay oven.
My limited understanding of how deserts operate is the lower the humidity, the colder they get at night, and vice versa.
Yeah. And it's more humid towards the water.
The coast, yeah. Can speak from experience, actually, on that one. Deserts near the water, not cold at night. Not as cold.
Well, it seems reasonable. Perhaps we meet here well before dawn, I'd say.
Yeah, that sounds good. Unless anyone has anything else they want to get off their chest. I know maybe a lot of us need to sleep on some things.
Anything particularly to say as of right now, I would just rather get this over with. This debt thing is not fun.
Well, one more drink is left in my glass. So to quote what I understand is a traditional saying here in Hessian: drink well, drink often, and good night.
And as you say that, the doors to the silver set bursts open, and in walks Book of Tales in a very fine outfit. Looking around, seeing you all. Ah, my friends! I was hoping I would find you here. This is so exciting. And she comes right over to you all. Look like you've had a very rough day.
We did.
But you are all here.
It's been a rough... Yes, surprisingly.
Well, this is so great. Allow me to buy you all a drink. Here, come. And she buys another round for you all. She does not give you a choice. God. She forces a drink into each of your hands. Now, my day has been excessively interesting. And she goes on and tells this incredible story about how now that she's gotten her voice back, she's been able to go to old clients of hers that have been missing her for the past couple of years, and enthrall them once again with her storytelling. And she's already starting to pick up engagements and build up this returning sort of tour thing. This back from fresh off the shelves, the new Book of Tales kind of vibe is kind of the story here. And she's very excited about it. And of course, she asked if you all would be interested in attending one of her shows, or one of the parties that she's going to perform at. Of course, if you would be interested in choosing, I would make sure that I expound upon the host the en vogue option of a masquerade ball, of course. Very fashionable these days.
Those are quite fun.
Even Corvus is like, okay. An excuse to wear a mask? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. And certainly having my saviors in attendance would be a great honor for me as well.
But just sorry to interrupt. This is very exciting. You are aware that most of us are still wanted, yes?
Oh, yes, but that's the beauty of a masquerade ball. They'll never know you're there.
Is it just, okay, you'll know, and that's it. I'm not telling anyone.
I would, of course, make some statement along the lines of very dear friends and heroes of mine are in attendance. But
It's
I'd
really
let the
okay.
audience
You don't-
imagination sort of run wild with what that means.
When is this event? Because we're sort of planning our next. We might be doing a little work. That I don't know how long
Oh,
we'll be
well,
gone.
it takes time for these things to sort of come together. Nothing is going to be right around the corner. It might be a while. But if you are still in town and you are around, I would be honored for you to come as my guest.
Okay. Well, when we're back, you can inquire here with our good friend behind the bar, and we'll be in touch. It's very exciting. Congratulations.
Yes, that's wonderful. And Mr. Soul Angel, I have not yet had the chance to thank you.
It's not Soul Angel anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Uh, long story.
It's Justin. It's Justin.
Oh, okay.
I say, cutting everyone. It's Justin.
Well, Mr. Justin, I would like to thank you personally for your dedication and your interest in helping me so much. I don't know what came over you to do so, but I would like to thank you from the bottom of my feline heart.
Justin is like still swirling in his emotions, and he'll say, "No need to thank me. He did all the hard work," pointing at Corvus. And he says this with like a little hint of, I don't know, a flash of like animosity.
Well, it doesn't matter how much
Corvus,
work there
like,
was
opens his mouth.
without your interest in my situation, it wouldn't have happened.
That is true, says Corvus.
And I have, of course, already
You're welcome.
thanked Corvus here, and those of you who I've been able to. But I had not yet had the opportunity to test with you. I don't suppose. Would you mind if I asked what is it about my situation that enthralled you so much? It would be very good for me to know.
We all
I
lean
would
in
be
and look
honored.
at Justin.
Yeah, right. How will Justin play this out? Justin will say, I have a manager looking for particular talents and strong performing acts. He has heard of you, and he had inquired me to look into your situation.
Really? That is most flattering. Where might this manager be reached? Does he have a name? Do they have a name? I don't want to assume a gender identity.
He'll
Yes, do they have a name?
find you. I mean, I just call him the man.
Sure
Get
you
it?
do.
Manager,
Ah,
man.
okay. Well, all right.
But I will let him know that you are, that you're okay. And if you're interested in what he's selling, then you guys can work yourself out a contract.
I am confused. Is he a manager or a merchant?
Manager takes care of us talented people.
Very well. You all do look like you could use a nap or a bath, and perhaps both. It has been an absolute pleasure. I just wanted to share this good news with you, and I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you, my friends. It is wonderful to return to the life I once had, and I owe it all to you. Thank you all so much.
Always nice to see you.
Likewise, Nuuli, likewise. And she goes around and gives all of you a kiss on the cheek, and departs the silver set.
Justin, did we just
Focus.
get Book of Tales out of one predicament only to have them find themselves in another?
She'll be fine. I mean, look at me. I'm fine.
Now
As
I'm
he
worried.
takes another glass and just like chugs his beer.
Should she warn her close friends and family that she might be missing a few birthdays?
That's low, dude. That is really low.
I'm actually kind of concerned. And I'm concerned for you. I don't think that was... You didn't know what you went through. And maybe she needs a warning?
Renata just kind of like runs his hand through his hair, pulls it back, and just kind of takes a deep breath and says, okay, I guess I owe you a little more explanation. Turning to Lunine, he'll say, I really don't know his name. He won't tell me. To me, he's just a manager. And part of the contract is to scout these other talents for him. I don't know why.
Maybe so they can accumulate more power.
I mean, if you look at it that way, sure, but it could be just a money thing. I mean, if you manage a lot of great acts across the continents, then you'll get money. And I guess with money, you'll get power. So, in a way, you're not wrong.
I
Yeah.
doubt it's a money thing, but sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Something tells me this might be more than across the continent, but I really don't know much about these things. I'm just saying, I really have no problem helping out these people in need so far. I think this makes two, because I'm now realizing what we did in Cliffside must have been related. They're certainly in a better situation than what we found them in. We don't know much about what comes next, do we?
I don't think so.
I suppose what has happened to you has been harmless, minus this mysterious, unfortunate lapse of time that has occurred. Anyway, just thinking out loud. Sorry. Maybe it's not my place anymore.
I mean, it's something to be concerned about. But I vote a problem for another day. It's been a long one. I want a bath.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'll see everyone here right before dawn.
We should
Yeah.
probably... Do we need to get supplies before we head out?
Probably could use a few more. I think I bought arrows and bolts. But
We
we
will
should probably
need
bring...
tents, I believe, because I recall some of our tents being damaged.
Oh, you're right. And I should probably get some form of grappling hook in case we have to, break into a decrepit mansion again. We'll have to do that, I suppose, tomorrow. What do we have time today? There might be just enough time in the day to go shopping before we go to bed.
I mean, yeah, it's early evening. Like, the bazaar is about to, reopen. Like, the bazaar is open late anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, if we want to leave early in the morning, then we should do this now, I guess. But it doesn't take everyone. So those of us that are the most damaged, I guess, can nap.
Pretty much.
I don't know if I got healing from Selenar, however.
Yeah.
Lunin will just take another deep
Right.
breath and use a second wind.
Yeah, and by this point, you've all like spent enough time relaxing at the bar. Like you can apply a short rest as well.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to go shopping at the bazaar, we don't need to roleplay that out unless there's anything specific you want to. Any like mundane items like a grappling hook, arrows, bolts, mundane weaponry, that can be acquired pretty easily for the cost listed in the player's guide, in the player's handbook. So if you want anything like that, you can find it and buy it. And I'm assuming that you would go out disguised. So
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that I would not have walked back into the silver set. Looking exactly like.
I assumed like you would have reverted to normal.
I've got my default in this town.
Yeah.
Charleston back look.
Yeah.
And that is what I will go to when I'm not the silly old man.
Mm-hmm. But
okay.
if you want to do any kind of like mundane shopping, you can all take that note, and in between sessions, you can spend that gold to acquire those items. I leave that in your hands, so nobody be like, "Oh, but I didn't have time to go shopping on the last one." If you're just buying mundane stuff, you can find it here in the city. And spend the gold listed in the handbook.
10 gold is 100 silver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 10 gold is 10 silver.
10 silver is...
It's base 10.
It's always increments
10,
of 10. 10 copper is 1 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold. 10 gold is 1 platinum.
Yeah. So
how much electrum?
So 10 gold
10...
is 100 silver.
Yeah, okay, great. I said the answer is yes.
Yeah. It's always a 10 to 1. Because it's easier that way.
Almost.
Great. So you go out, you do whatever shopping you desire to do. If anyone's got anything like specific they want or anything special, let me know. We can either do that now or we can talk about it after the fact. But don't just like buy a random thing. Like you can find like common, mundane stuff. You can't find like I want an enchanted +2 sword.
Dagger folding.
Yeah, you can't find that kind of stuff. But
you know what though?
Mm-hmm.
Just so I don't forget about it, I don't know if this is the time or the place, but it's been on my mind for some time to start researching what it would take time and money wise to get a magical item. Is there a place in town that sells those? I'm just looking for some like basically night vision goggles, and this may be an ongoing search. I realize.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check. This is to see if such a place exists in town.
Could I don't know if this works this way. Could I ask Justin and maybe therefore get advantage, or
yeah,
would they know?
Sure.
Thank God.
Cool. So you do know that there is an arcane supply place in town. Ether's Elements. Andra has gone shopping there for spell components, which is mostly what that is. But they do. She would tell you that they also do have some items available. So if it's not too crazy, you might be able to find them.
Okay, I'll look for that. I don't know if I have the gold for it based on the amount of things that I just purchased. I grappling hook, some arrows. I just did a thing that you can look at my inventory if you want, or I can tell you, but I just made a number that rounded up to the nearest gold.
Sure.
And I rounded up. So I spent like 16 gold on bolts and quiver arrows and 2 on a grappling hook.
Great. Yeah, that's totally fine.
But yes, I will go search for this place if we have time tonight. I don't know how much health I have, but hopefully we took a short rest, so I'm normal-ish.
Yeah, you can apply a short rest. That's totally fine. Yeah. So, do you want to head out to Ether's Elements?
Yes.
Cool.
And for the sake of time, I don't know if you want me to roleplay this, but I can.
Yeah, we can. You. So you head out, and this is an establishment run by a Pyronex named Sinjay.
Would I know that walking in?
Yeah, Andra could have told you that. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Hello, Sinjay, I believe.
Ah, yes, my friend. Welcome to Ether's Element. What can I get for you today?
Hi, a friend of mine recommended your shop. I have been searching for some time for perhaps some sort of eyewear that might allow a user to some degree of dark vision. I don't know if this is something you keep or if I even have the amount of gold it would take to purchase such a thing, but
Well, as it happens,
you don't know till you know.
As it happens, yes, I do have a few items such as this. I have what sort of style? I have some very strange-looking glasses I acquired off of a tortle some time ago. A tortu, rather. I also have. He said a friend made them for him, but they seem to work. They're just a little extra, I suppose.
Yeah?
Yes. I also have some more heavy-duty goggles to help with against the sandstorms if you're thinking of venturing into the desert.
It turns out I might be taking a trip to the desert, yes.
Well, and he kind of like goes back behind the counter a little bit, opens a drawer and brings out a little box, opens up this little box to show and lifts out a set of goggles. These are goggles that look almost like welding goggles. They have like the sides on the eye to cover the eyes, and like a very dark lens over them. And inside that darkness, you can see as you investigate it, you can see that the lenses are like tinted with like little tiny baby stars that seem to like glint as you look at it from the outside. Almost as though like little pinpricks of light thousands of miles away, like looking into the night sky almost. They are black and blue and a little gray and kind of very fine, like metal work and scroll work and leather. These are goggles of night, and they can be yours for 450 gold pieces.
Okay, 450 gold. Just out of curiosity's sake, I am also leave these on the table. I am also a bit intrigued by this other option you mentioned. The Tortu goggles?
Yes, this Tortu came through and sold off these glasses. They are very unique and one-of-a-kind items. And you see these glasses with like similarly like dark lenses, but they are like wire framed and kind of like held together with like bits of like spare wire like through the pieces of like the arms of the glasses. And like one of the lenses is kind of like big and chunky, and the other one is kind of flared out in a way. Looks like they were like cobbled together. But these are very similar, but they are a more unique style. there's no maker's mark, so I don't know who made them per se, which obviously means it couldn't have been anybody who really made something of themselves, but still a workable pair. This pair could easily go for 400 gold pieces.
Okay, add a character. Are these do these have a cat eye shape to them in some manner at all?
They do.
Would you say?
They do have some cat eyes.
Okay. I appreciate this Easter egg and would absolutely love for Corvus to end up with Spoot's cat eye glasses of night vision. And
You could not wear
But
your
to
mask
remain in character.
with the glasses, though.
correct, to remain in character, I think it is on Corvus's mind that he wants the mask to be able to work with this. And I can't just flash the mask out to this guy right now because the masked man is a wanted criminal in this town. So, given how you just described them being constructed, do you think that Corvus could feasibly find someone that could reconstruct them in a manner that fit with the mask?
It's possible. Like, the mask is mundane, so the mask could easily be altered by someone who knows what they're doing. Like, it's, for, as far as you know, it's possible that Sinjay here could do it.
Yeah, but that's an interesting conflict of interest, showing him the mask. So this would have to probably be done outside of Hessian. I envision a world where the mask has like the cat eye flare, but it actually looks like an owl instead of a cat. Anyway, and the other goggles would maybe sort of work with the mask. It also sounds like maybe that's a problem too.
Well, so the glasses would never be able to work with the mask. Like, they just won't because of the way it works.
Without modification.
Well, probably
That's what I'm asking. Like without like
the glasses
reconstructing
would have to like be totally redone, and that would be a expensive process. The goggles are more easy to adapt to the mask.
Okay. As much as this would be a lovely through line for characters, I must remain a character.
Yeah, because the glasses like have this like cat eye shape, but like one of them like flares off to the side. Like they're very distinctive, is what I'm saying. The goggles are not.
Yeah, I know. A version of me remembers them very well. Okay, we're gonna go for the goggles. I've not had much luck haggling with you, Jared, but I'm gonna try yet again because I feel like this is a town of hagglers. So, Corvus, Charles Spinback will say, "Okay, well, I do appreciate the uniqueness of these glasses, and they definitely, I feel there's something about them that obviously meant a lot to someone at some time. I think
They are
I'm kind of surprised they sold them.
exceptionally unique and one of a kind for sure, but not everybody's style. And you seem like a man
No,
inclined to elegance, sleekness, and taste.
well, yes. I mean, I don't know about all that, but suffice to say, they're not my style. So I want to take a look at these goggles, but could I perhaps persuade you to, I don't know, can I do like 420?
Make a persuasion check, and you can have advantage on this.
Yeah, not my best.
15. You know? You seem like you really want these, and I really want to sell them to you. You seem like a very elegant, and it would be an honor for me to know that my wares were helping you protect yourself in the desert. 425, and we have a deal.
I'm gonna take the gold out right now. 425 it is.
Excellent.
And I'll count out the 425. Now Corvus is broke.
Great. Great. You can add goggles of night vision to your inventory. They currently don't work in tandem with your mask. That's an upgrade you would have to apply later.
Understood.
Just so you know.
I can't wear the mask right now anyway, so.
Right, but just so you know. But yeah. Congratulations. Now, is there any other like unique shopping that people wanted to achieve for the night? All right, cool. So you all return from the bazaar. You turn in to your various beds. Selenar, you fall asleep as Renata. You come back from the washroom. Or no, you have your own little mini room. Renata, or Justin, I should say. Justin, you come back from your ablutions for the evening, cleaned up, ready to sleep, very tired, very sore. Your body's been held in a position for a couple days, so stretching and wiggling is nice. And as you enter your room and close the door and turn around, there is a package for you on your bed that wasn't there when you came into the room.
Mm-hmm. I open the package. But first of all, I'm sorry, is there anything on the package, like who it's from?
There's no indication of who it's from. It is a perfectly white box with a top that like lifts off of it. It's not very large, but it's a little box, and it's got a very intricate bow on top that seems to glitter and sparkle. This like kind of blue bow that's kind of sparkling off of it.
I open the box.
Inside, you find a little shard of crystal with a leather cord wrapped around it as like a little amulet or necklace. And the crystal shard is like scintillating a bunch of different colors.
Do I have any idea what it is?
You don't, but you look inside, and inside there is a little note, and it says simply, "Good job, you earned this," and it's unsigned.
Yeah, no, I have a hint as to who it's from. Strangely enough, or maybe not strangely at all, Justin, having gone through everything that he has emotionally, looks at it without a care in the world and sort of just tosses it on the bed. He's not throwing it away, but he's not going to immediately put it on. He's just going to like deal with that later in the morning. Yeah, that's it. He was just trying to think what else he would do. No, that's it. He would just, I don't know. He's going through the fields.
I mean, do you have like the identify spell or any kind of thing like that? Detect magic, Arcana check, like anything like that you want to do to it?
I do have the eyepiece I could give you.
But you're not there.
I know, but like I also need to get that away because I have these goggles now.
I thought I have the eyepiece.
You do.
It was on Corvus last since the heist, and I would not have given it back to you because I was pissed at you because you put us in trouble. So
that's right.
I forgot I gave it away.
Yeah, I'm attuned to it and everything.
So Justin,
I do not. I don't have that spell.
Okay, great.
And again, it's not like he's throwing it away. He'll put it on later.
Sure.
It just doesn't seem important to him at that moment. He's still getting like flashes of what happened back at their place, at Renata's place, where, you know, Corvus did all the talking. He didn't get a chance to talk to her. Things were left unsaid. The revelation of 5 years being gone. So all that is still playing in his head. Like, he just, in terms of importance, this necklace is at the bottom of the list.
Okay. You all turn in for the night, and we will pick up with you waking up next week here on Nuuli Forged. Congratulations, you're all level 6.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're all level 6 now. So
Holy shit, I get expertise.
So you can level up for next week.
I was unprepared.
Yes, congratulations. No,
Damn,
you
six, huh?
you resolved 2 very large plot points.
Jeez.
So good job.
Thank God for milestone based.
Yeah. Well done. Mike, we've kind of talked about your path. Just so I know, you are going Warlock, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
interesting.
Is anybody else thinking of adding a multi-class?
I too will go Warlock. Let me talk to your manager.
I would like to roll 1 level in
The Warlock.
Magic Barbarian.
If you want to,
No,
if you
that's
want
not-
to dip into Barbarian, like, we can talk about it.
You cannot cast spells in Frenzy, so that would be a custom thing that we have not talked about. So
Not
it's
at level
fine.
1, you can't.
That's true. You have to get up there a bit, but all right. Very
Yeah,
good.
This
you
is
have to
fine.
like continue.
I'm just gonna RP it in the way where Selenar has an anger problem,
I love that.
and it's okay.
Yeah, it's wonderful. The other members of the party have also leveled up, so Amber and Ozo and Andra will also be joining you at level 6. So good job all around, everybody. You did some crazy stuff. There was a lot of ways this could have gone. People could have ended up dead. But some well-spoken words to a person who was leaning in that direction stayed a big heavy axe from chopping down on an unconscious Linu. So good job. Well done.
He did strike me as the kind of guy to kick you when you're down.
Oh, Quick to Ire would have zero compunctions
Total dick.
about like offing somebody he's knocked unconscious, because he's like, the job's not done. I just knocked him down. Now I need to kill him. Anyway,
I think they need to get him checked out.
yeah, he's got issues. He's got rage issues. But a story for another day, perhaps. Thank you, I've Got It, for being here. Thank you, MRC Zom, and anyone else who joined us tonight and gave us a little lurk. Thank you to my glorious players here. We're going to go around and say our goodbyes, and I'll figure out who we're going to hop into a raid for. Let's start this evening's adieus with Selenar.
Hello, I'm Jeff playing Selenar still. 50-50 chance at the beginning if that would happen, but it did. We will be back next week, and I'll do my best to do Sarah's spiel about watch all our past episodes on YouTube, or follow us on Blue Sky, because fuck Twitter, also known as I don't care. And yeah, see you next week.
Thank you, Jeff. Next up, we've got Renata, or Justin, I should say. I'll have to change your name card.
Yeah, this is going to take a while to remember now. Justin Renata. That's me, Mike. I just realized this is episode 50,
It
so
is
happy
50.
50th.
Big milestone, everybody.
Big, big
Wow.
milestone number. I do like that. So
We should
looking
get another
forward to the
level
next-
just for that.
Looking forward to the next.
Oh, Corvus, you just
150.
lost a level. I'm sorry, you're back to 5. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much. Next up, Lunine.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm excited. Adventure Desert.
Yeah, lots of stuff coming up. Wonderful.
Sandworms.
All the sandworms. Next up, we got Corvus.
I just have flashbacks anytime I go into a desert in a video game of Final Fantasy, running into a sandworm and just getting eaten.
Very
And then
beautiful.
my whole game's done.
Yeah.
They've just added content for Helldivers. It is basically you get to fight a giant sandworm. So, yeah. Anyway, this has been Matt playing Corvus, or Justin sometimes, or whatever. Mostly Corvus. And thank God we'll continue to do that for one more week at least. But I picked a second character just in case.
Great. Always good to have a backup. I have been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. Thank you so much for being here. Please hop in this raid. We're going to raid Sir Pfeffers. They're playing some D&D over there. We will be back here next week. I think at 7, but it might be 8. I have to double check my my schedule for what we're doing up here for work. But I'll let everybody know. But we will be playing next week, so make sure that you're here live here on Twitch. And we'll see you next time. Be safe, be kind. Remember that we have rights, and you should stand up for them and apply pressure the ways that you can. Protesting and withholding money are often good ways to do that. And we'll see you next time. Hop in this raid, let them know they've been newly rated. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.